Kings and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well and you're loving yourself and others like always. Your majesties, did you see how Traore was received in Russia days ago? Like it's like Putin just sent a message to France and America. He sent a message to Donald Trump and Emmanuel Macron. Guys, I know what you're up to. I know what you're up to, but you should know that I got these guys back. Remember the video I did about why America is involved with the destruction of Burkina Faso? Why was that general, pushed into making the statement he made? Why was that general involved in, accusing Ibrahim Traore, that American General Michael Langley? Why was he involved? There was a reason, and that reason was because of the partnership between Burkina Faso, and Russia. Remember, we talked about that intercontinental ballistic missile that is in the heart of Ibrahim. He really wants to acquire that, and for him to have that, he need advanced technology, and that is what he's working with Russia for. And for the American government to be aware of this and not stop it, it's like, what are they waiting for? Why are they called the American government? Why are they called the holder of world power if they cannot shake this young man that is trying to shake them? You see? So Putin has sent a message. Putin sent a message while he invited Ibrahim Traore during this victory parade that happened in Russia. He sent a message. How did he send a message? That I got Ibrahim Traore's back. He sent about 6 fighter jets to escort Ibrahim from Ouagadougou to Russia. Like there was no other president that was giving that treatment. And to tell you that Putin is aware of the game that Donald Trump and Macron are playing. He knows they are really targeting the life of Ibrahim Traore. And if you do not do that to scare them away or to prevent potential, issues, there's no way that we even allow Ibrahim to fly to Russia and back without doing anything. They were prepared. It's like Putin knew. It's like he got an information that they are prepared to take this guy at any cost. They are prepared to take out Ibrahim Traore at any cost. And that is why he did that. It was a beautiful sight. I'm going to leave clips so that you see. It was a beautiful sight. I got tears in my eyes. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like the savior of Africa. And remember, they can do anything to cause chaos between Russia and Africa, because they know that Russia and Africa are, gradually coming together. They are building a relationship, a friendship that if they do not try to destroy, they will not succeed. The collective West will not succeed if they do not destroy the friendships. Putin is not taking any chances. He knows the game that these people plays. He understands their game, and he said, okay, I would have to protect the life of this young man so that they do not play with the life of this young man. Now, let's listen to this, and we take it up from there, Your Majesties.
Captain Ibrahim Traore landing in Russia in style like that, Cicero. It speaks volume to the fact that Vladimir Putin sent his own plane. They sent his own plane to go and fetch the Captain. Talk about an invitation. Puppets don't receive such types of hospitality. Trust you me. You have to be a man of honor. You have to be a man of integrity for somebody to feel the need to send not only the plane, including those fighting jets, to bring the plane all the way to Russia safely.
Because this is the time he knew that this Burkina Faso coming to Russia signifies a lot.
Yes.
Enough is enough for the West. They're not scared.
The West, with their house Negro, that Michael Langley, who came out here to try to push that fake narrative to say that the leaders of Burkina Faso are using the gold for their own benefit, that fake narrative, Russia sending his own plane to fetch Captain Ibrahim Traore, to bring him to Russia, is a message also to the West.
Yes.
To say, hey, we know that it's you people that are behind these freaking coups, these attempts. We won't let it be. We are a true. This is the biggest, most confirming statement out here that now we all know now that Russia really is a great ally for Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Russia is always there for Africa. As much as the Westerners will try to portray Russia as an evil, as much as they try to say, oh, there's dictatorship in Russia and so forth, but Russia has always been there for Africa. I have seen Captain Ibrahim Traore with President Vladimir Putin for the second time. And I have seen Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, with Captain Ibrahim Traore. I started to flow some tears. That's where is the African leaders? None of them ever stood up, except recently when President John Mahama came to power. I put a caption, President John Mahama is one of us. But very much unfortunate that he has been a president before and he couldn't act much. Now again he's in power. We expect him to act much than before because he is one of us. And I give him 50%. President John Mahama. Can he prove himself to us? Because I see his intentions of trying to say, oh, I'm neutral. I'm a brother to Bola Tinubu. I'm a brother to Adama Barrow. I'm a brother to Alassane Ouattara. If I was President John Mahama, I was not going to waste my time. I could invade Ivory Coast. With an immediate effect, I could say, I'm going to join AES in less than 24 hours and invade Ivory Coast and apprehend Alassane Ouattara. And the next invasion was going to be Togo. The next invasion was going to be Nigeria and apprehend Bola Tinubu. But he's still there trying to negotiate. I have seen President Ibrahim Traore in Russia. None of the African leaders ever stood up and say, I am sending even 5 men to Burkina Faso to go and protect President Ibrahim Traore. Even one of the African leaders who stood up and say, I am standing with the AES. None of them. Even the so-called oppositional political parties. More humiliated Julius Malema when he saw that the children of Africa are away. That's when he started to come and try to correct his words. But at first he said, they must be isolated. We don't tolerate coup d'etats. Russia loves Africa than the so-called African leaders we have. And these so-called African leaders, majority of them to be in the offices. And for us to have this so-called independent, the so-called democracy, it was through Russia that assisted us with all the logistics to fight against the oppressor. And after we were better relieved, we dumped Russia. We were sold by our so-called leaders to the imperial masters. I looked at President Emerson Mnangagwa. I looked at President Cyril Ramaphosa. I looked at Paul Biya. I looked at Paul Kagame. I looked at Yoweri Museveni, Felix Tshisekedi, Adama Barrow, Hakainde Hichilema. I looked at João Lourenço. They are all minions whom were made billionaires by the Westerners. And they're in the offices defending. You cannot lead an African country and you say, I am an enemy to none and friend to all. Our enemy is the Westerners who do not want to see Africa developing. Why are you not learning and follow what is being done by the young Captain Ibrahim Traore? My fellow African young people, let us organize ourselves.
Your Majesties, that was it. And we need to organize ourselves, like he said, because if we do not organize ourselves, we will be disorganized. And when we are disorganized, we are finished. because it is in a disunity that they thrive. And that's why they are doing everything to try to see that they cut off that thing that has made African youth unite. And what is that? Ibrahim Traore. He's that spark, Your Majesties. He is that spark. It is because of Ibrahim Traore that a lot of youths now are saying, okay, we agree. We agree to have one leader. We agree to have one president, one military leader, whatever you call it. Ibrahim Traore is our leader. We don't care whether he is Burkina Faso leader or is from Burkina Faso. All we know is that he is Africa's leader. This is the one Africa we're talking about. This is the unity that we're talking about. And it is becoming something that is gradually becoming a reality because of Ibrahim Traore and the spark which he carries, okay? Now, there was something that was pointed out at the initial clip, which said, puppets do not receive such treatment. Goodness, Your Majesty, have you ever seen Putin wasting his time sending fighter jets and, playing to go pick any African leader ever? Have you seen? Because he knows that these leaders are puppet to the West. He is aware that these leaders, he will just be wasting his time. But this young man, Ibrahim Traore, he is going all in to support him because he knows that there is something about Ibrahim. There's something about Ibrahim Traore that draws his mind to victory, to success. He knows he is not wasting his time with Ibrahim Traore. He's not working with a traitor, somebody who is going to snitch on him tomorrow to the West. He knows that Ibrahim understands the game. And that is why he's giving all for Ibrahim. All right, I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.